Hello everyone. In this video, we will explain how the condition of cold water fish populations will be made better by the success of the Paris Agreement. What is the Paris Agreement? The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change was adopted in New York on the 9th of May, 1992. 196 countries are party to this agreement, and an annual conference of parties is held to meet and strategize on climate change mitigation. At the 21st Conference of the Parties in 2015, the Paris Agreement was adopted, with its most poignant goal of limiting global warming to under 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial temperatures. In general, this is achieved by each country setting its own goals called nationally determined contributions on reducing greenhouse gas emissions. These goals are encouraged to reflect each nation's highest possible ambition. So what does the Paris Agreement have to do with cold water fish? Cold water fish are important for many reasons, including being keystone species and for the human recreation of fly fishing. But today, many cold water fish are struggling to survive because of habitat loss and other stresses. For example, California trout and salmon are species of special concern. And other cold water fish, like the bull trout, are listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act. If all the goals of the Paris Agreement are met, cold water fish stand to benefit greatly. So how could the Paris Agreement benefit cold water fish? Well, it can help in many ways, but here are my 3 favorites. Article 2 of the Paris Agreement states a common goal of keeping global average temperatures well below 2 degrees from pre-industrial levels and making finance flows consistent with a pathway towards low greenhouse gas emissions and climate resilient development. Unchecked carbon emissions without unprecedented carbon capture strategies will lead to warmer waters in the streams and rivers that cold water fish call home. Warmer water holds less oxygen than colder water, making it harder for these fish to breathe. Warmer, oxygen-depleted waters make cold water fish less active and decrease the strength of their immune system, while simultaneously increasing bacteria and disease concentrations in the water. If Article 2 of the Paris Agreement is met, then money will start to flow in the direction of lower greenhouse gas emissions, the development of these industries, which will help slow the warming rate of rivers and streams. Article 7. Article 7 of the Paris Agreement focuses on adaptation as a global goal through the sharing of information between countries, and especially from developed countries to underdeveloped countries. This global effort to adapt to climate change is extremely important for cold water fish because the negative impacts from climate change are already starting to happen. For example, warmer temperatures translate to less snowpack, and the snowpack melting faster in the spring and summer months. Cold water fish rely on the steady delivery of cold water from the paced melting of snow in the mountains to keep river and stream water sufficiently cold all season. If the snowpack melts too quickly, then water in the streams and rivers will become warmer faster and will stay warmer longer. Since this will negatively impact their available habitat and breeding schedule, adaptation is already needed in this context. The fact that Article 7 focuses on adaptation and global sharing of information gives cold water fish hope for survival. Article 9. Developed country parties shall provide financial resources to assist developing country parties with respect to both mitigation and adaptation in continuation of their existing obligations under the convention, end quote. Mitigation strategies, adaptations, and good intentions are only going to benefit cold water fish if things actually happen, and everything costs money. The fact that money from developed countries flow into countries that may not have the resources to implement climate mitigation measures is one of the most impactful aspects of the Paris Agreement. This ensures that the whole world can begin to transform itself into a more climate-friendly place. Right now, and not later when maybe there is enough money. These are just a few of the reasons that make the Paris Agreement a lifesaver for cold water fish. Let me know in the comments how the Paris Agreement stands to benefit on an environmental issue that is important to you. Also, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Until next time, take care, world.